According to the New York Times, the White House recognizes its failure. Publicly, of course, nothing doing. It's still contending that Iraq is the central front in the war on terror. As for Pakistan, well, it's on the to-do list.
It is obviously a very difficult business, but make no mistake about it, we're determined to get bin Laden, we're determined to get Zawahiri, we're determined to get senior leadership of al-Qaeda. And furthermore, we're determined to continue to develop methods by which we interrupt, intercept, kill and capture those who are involved, but also use whatever means at our disposal to make it more difficult.
Let's turn now to the former Pentagon spokesman P.J. Crowley, now a senior fellow at the Center for American Progress. P.J., good evening to you, sir.
Hello, Keith.
For all intents and purposes, as was described in some places today, could this be the summer of 2001 again? I mean, instead of the title, The Threat to the U.S. Homeland, could that new report just as easily have been headlined, Bin Laden determined to strike in U.S.?
Sure. I mean, the NIE is only 2 pages long, but it makes crystal clear that while the threat is more complex, it is just as dangerous as it was in 2001. And I think it is an indictment of the decision in 2002 to shift our focus from Afghanistan, to Iraq. It also exposes a couple of presidential myths. The president is fond of saying we're fighting them in Iraq so we don't have to confront them here. The NIE makes clear they have a variety of ways to attack us here, and so obviously, I mean, at least the White House is now mentioning, bin Laden's name again. I remember Condi Rice at one point saying that in conversations with the president, bin Laden's name never comes up.
In the wake of this release of the NIE, in responses to charges that the president had ignored warnings pre-Iraq invasion that al-Qaeda would only gain influence from what happened there, this White House Homeland Security Advisor, Ms. Townsend, said today, in effect, that just because you provoke a swarm when you poke at a hornet's nest does not mean you should not be poking at every hornet's nest that you can. But 3 years ago, Dr. Rice said the administration didn't do anything basically about al-Qaeda during 2001 because the president had said he didn't want to swat at flies. So this is our replacing the old orange threat level system. This is our new terror symbolism. You attack hornets, but you don't swat at flies.
Well, regrettably, the NIE makes clear that what we have done since 2003 has made our challenge that much more difficult, that we have given al-Qaeda time to recover, a rallying point so they can recruit new operatives and raise resources. We've given them a variety of new ways because of their contacts with regional groups and their inspiration of self-starters, a variety of new ways to attack the homeland.
And yet, then as now, what is the administration planning to do about this threat other than continuing to claim that Iraq is the central battle front on the war on terror? And while privately acknowledging Pakistan is a problem and central in some way, it doesn't seem to have a clue or any wherewithal to do anything about Pakistan.
Well, and this is a very complex situation because Pakistan has never had, the central government has never exercised authority over the tribal areas. So these guys are to some extent now in a safe haven in no man's land. We have to find ways to support President Musharraf, push him to go further, as he has in recent days, to confront militants in his country. We have to find ways to strengthen Karzai government in Afghanistan. But look, I mean, to a large extent, we have made bin Laden's job a lot easier. We have validated the al-Qaeda narrative. We are the occupiers of sacred lands. We are at war with Islam. So lots of this is that we have to stop doing things that gives bin Laden unjustified legitimacy in the Muslim world.
And back here, of course, timing is everything, and we see one of these curious sequences, juxtapositions again. The Bush administration announcing today it has arrested the highest-ranking Iraqi leader of al-Qaeda in Iraq. The capture, of course, took place 2 weeks ago, and yet the White House is announcing this arrest, perhaps politicizing it, because this is one day after it was given a failing report card in the war on terror by its own investigation of it. Is this as blatant well, we got to come up with something big to obscure yesterday's bad news for us as we've had before?
Well, although, as John Alter said, nothing's going to change the primary focus here, but I guess at least they didn't say it was another turning point. There have been so many turning points over the past 4 years, we're all becoming dizzy. I mean, at some point, we have to go, what the NIE ultimately reminds us is that notwithstanding the president's claim that we're fighting guys in Iraq today who are responsible for 9/11, that's not true. It's dishonest. And what the NIE reminds us of is, these are the guys, core al-Qaeda in Pakistan, in a safe haven. They're the ones who are responsible for 9/11. We know where they are, and we also know why they